Good day, everyone. Good day, class. We will be discussing about the subject-verb agreement, which is the general rule. But before that, we will know what you have to learn for today. So first is to identify the subject-verb agreement in a sentence. Second is to determine the use of the general rules in subject-verb agreement in a sentence. So let us continue. Welcome, grade 7, in our Explorer adventure. So, for today, we will be exploring with Dora. So, this discussion is not your typical discussion because we will unfold the adventures in the subject verb agreement. And as we continue, what is a general rule? First is that general rule, you always have to remember that singular subject takes singular verb and a plural subject takes plural verb. For better understanding, we have here an example. So you can see on the screen that we have the singular subject, which is car, and the plural subject cars. So you can see that a singular subject takes singular verb and the singular verb is chases. So always remember that singular subject takes singular verb and a singular verb always end with s. Always remember that, class, that a singular subject takes singular verb and a singular verb always end with S. Another example we have here mother. So our your subject, singular subject takes singular verb which is cooks. So you can see that the singular verb have S at the end. So always remember that when you take the singular subject, you also take the singular verb. And a singular verb always end with S. Alright? Always remember that. Singular subject takes singular verb. And a singular verb always end with S. Now, the other one, we also have plural subject. According to the given rule, plural subject takes plural verb. So you can see here that your plural subject is cars. Okay? So always remember that the plural subject have S and a plural verb do not end with S. So when you take plural subject cars, you also take the plural verb which is chase. So always remember plural subject takes plural verb and a plural verb do not end with S. Okay? For a better understanding, we have here an example of a sentence. You have here your singular. So we have the car chases the truck. You can see that the car is your singular subject, then it takes your singular verb, which is chases. So always remember that singular subject takes singular verb, and your singular verb always end with S. Remember that, okay? Next one, we have here plural subject, which is cars. Then you have a plural verb, chase. So you can see that plural subject takes plural verb, and a plural verb do not end with S. Okay, is that clear? Another one. We have an example here of a singular sentence. Okay, singular subject is mother. Okay, and it takes now your singular verb, which is cooks. So mother cooks dinner. You can see that your mother is the singular subject. Now it takes the singular verb. And your singular verb always end with S. Okay? Singular subject takes singular verb. And a singular verb always end with S. Another one we have here, plural subject. The mothers cook dinner for the upcoming fiesta. You can see that the mothers is your plural subject. And the cook is your plural verb. Okay, so plural subject takes plural verb. So it means that your plural subject have S and your plural verb do not end with S. Always remember that, class. Another one. We also have an example. The girl uses a bike for transportation. You can see that the girl is your singular subject. Now it takes your singular verb uses. So you can see that it ends with S. Another one, we have plural. The girls use a bike for transportation. So you can see that plural subject takes plural verb. And a plural verb do not end with S. Okay? So that should be clear. Always remember that singular subject takes singular verb and a singular verb end with S. And plural subject takes plural verb and plural verb do not end with S. Okay, so we have here some practice time. Okay, so in our practice time, we will go in the Jamboard. Okay, so we have here your Jamboard. Then you have to give or you have to determine the correct verb that should be used in the sentence. Okay, so we have here Jana act as the leader for the group presentation. So you can take note of the correct answer on your sheet of paper. Next one, we have Matilda wants to become the class president. So you have 5 seconds to answer for the second one. Okay, next one we have the teacher assigns the prayer leader for tomorrow's class. Okay, so now that you have choose the appropriate verb, let us see if that is correct. Okay, so for number one, we have Jana acts as the leader for the group presentation. So always remember that Jana is your singular subject. Okay, so this is your singular subject. Now it takes your singular verb acts. Always remember that a singular subject takes singular verb, and a singular verb always ends with S. Okay, we also have Matilda wants to become the class president. So you can see that Matilda is your subject, your singular subject. That's why it takes your singular verb, which is wants. Okay, so your verb, your singular verb always end with S. Okay, and for the last one, the teacher assigns the prayer leader for tomorrow's class. So you have your singular subject teacher, then it goes here as signs, which is your singular verb. Okay, so singular subject takes singular verb, and your singular verb is as signs that end with S. Okay, so that should be clear. Now, another one, we have another practice time. For number one, the boy gives their appreciation letter to their advisory teacher. Okay, you have 5 seconds to answer. Is it give or gives? For the second one, the teachers observes the final performance task of grade 7. Okay, you have 5 seconds to answer. Okay, another one. The girls volunteers to be part of the Thanksgiving program. So you have another 5 seconds to answer. Is it volunteer or volunteers? According to the given rule, to the general rule. Okay, that's it. Now let's see if you are correct. So the answer is that for number one, it should be give. Okay, so always remember, since boys is your plural subject, this is your plural subject. Okay, so this is your plural subject. It takes your plural verb, which is give. So always remember that plural subject takes plural verb, and plural verb do not end with S. Okay, so the verb is always in their in their base form. Another one, you have teachers. So this is a plural subject. It takes now your plural verb, which is observe, and as you can see, it do not end with S. Okay? Another one, the girls volunteer. So you can see that this is your plural subject. Now it takes your plural verb, and the plural verb volunteer do not end with S. Okay, so always remember, plural subject takes plural verb, and a plural verb do not end with S. Okay, another practice is that you have to unfold the map by filling in the appropriate verb that should be used in the given sentence. Okay, that adheres to the general rule of the subject-verb agreement. So, get a sheet of paper again and answer with me. For the first one, we have Jessa blank at the park. So you can see, you can choose what should be the appropriate verb that should be used in the sentence. Okay, now we have the doctor's blank for the food. Number three is that Mariah blank an answer to her questions. And number four, you have the class officer blank the whole class for their final presentation. So you can choose whether is it place, pay, six, leads, sick, lead, play, or pace. Okay, so you have to determine what appropriate verb should be used in the given sentence. In accordance with the general rule, always remember that singular subject takes singular verb. Then a singular verb always end with S. Okay? And then plural subject takes plural verb. And a plural verb do not end with S. Okay, you have 15 seconds to answer. Okay, time's up. So let's see if that is correct. So you can see that the answer in number one, Jessa plays at the park. So you can see that place is the appropriate verb because it talks about the park. So you can see that place is a singular verb because it have an S, right? And it refers to Jessa, which is your singular subject. Okay, so Jessa plays at the park. So you can see, Jessa is a singular subject. That's why your verb should also be singular. And as what the rule says, singular subject takes singular verb. And a singular verb always end with S. Another one, the doctors pay for the food. So you can see that the doctors is a plural subject. Okay? And then, according to the rule, plural subject takes plural verb. So you have to understand that the verb should be used here is a plural verb. Then a plural verb, pay, is the appropriate one in the given sentence. Number three, you have Mariah seeks an answer to her question. So you can see that Mariah is again a singular subject. That's why the verb should also be singular. And according to the rule, singular subject takes singular verb. And a singular verb always ends with S. Another one, the class officers lead the whole class for their final presentation. So you can see that the officers is a plural subject. That's why the verb should also be plural. Okay? And a plural verb do not end with S. Okay? Always remember that simple rule. So, that's it, class. Thank you for joining the adventures with Dora. Because of your participation, you've earned a magical boots. Congratulations for finishing your first explorer journey with Dora. I hope that you will use the map of the subject verb agreement in your future classes because this will help you to create and to write comprehensive sentences in the future.